17,000 kilometres away from Brisbane is a small country called Liberia. While this West African country has been classified as independent and free since 1847, its history since that time has been extremely unstable. A major issue has been corruption within the government. Corruption is the misuse of entrusted power for private gain. In recent times, the country has been in turmoil due to two civil wars, where corruption was rife. Throughout both civil wars, the war economy was reliant on illegal extraction, taxation, and exports such as rubber, diamonds, and gold. The First Civil War was from 1989 to 1996. Leading up to the war, the Doe government grew increasingly corrupt. He banned political opposition, shutting down newspapers and jailing reporters, all while the economy deteriorated. During the war, the corrupt abuse of aid and natural resources was one of the reasons for the continuation of the conflict. The country was given little time to recover, for it was only 3 years later that a second civil war broke out. Again, the government were extremely corrupt. Taylor's corruption didn't stop in Liberia, but reached around the world. He used Liberian government officials and fictitious companies to export Liberia's timber resources. This made large profit, but it was all unrecorded. The money made from this went to fund Taylor's imports and his war machine. He was also using the profit made from exports to fund his war efforts and also to support the RUF in Sierra Leone. Taylor has been charged with war crimes, but he denies having any involvement with the rebels. He also denies the 11 charges he has been accused with, which include murder, torture, terrorism, rape, mutilation, sexual slavery, and conscripting child soldiers. "I am not guilty of these charges, not even a minute part of these charges," he said. "This whole case is a case of deceit, deception, and lies." The trial has just ended, but the judges may still take months to deliver a verdict. Since the close of the Second Civil War in 2003, the country has had some major challenges to overcome. A positive step for Liberia was when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president in 2005. From the very beginning, she decided to focus on eliminating corruption within the government. During the short time Sirleaf has been president, she has achieved highly. She established a Truth and Reconciliation Commission which promoted national peace, security, unity, and reconciliation. This included investigating over 20 years of conflict in Liberia. She also apologised to the country on behalf of the government for supporting Charles Taylor. Sirleaf is doing everything in her power to get rid of corruption once and for all. However, there is still a lot that needs to be improved. Many people are still starving, with approximately 80% of the population living under the poverty line. While saying that, Sirleaf has achieved greatly, and for her work, she has won a Nobel Peace Prize. Today, Liberia is ranked the 160th freest country in the world. They spend only 1.3% of their GDP on military, and slowly is recovering from such a disastrous past. Overall, while Liberia has been governed poorly in the past, especially by Samuel Doe and Charles Taylor, since Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came to power, the country has taken a turn for the better. While Liberia is still classified as an underdeveloped country, it is gradually improving thanks to a better government. However, it still has a long way to go.